Hi, welcome back to my channel if this is not your first time here, and welcome to my channel if this is your first time here. My name is Elizabeth Adeka, and this is A Cup of Energy. On this episode of A Cup of Energy, I will be talking about the most valuable skills you need to learn for 2022. So, if you have been waiting for how to hit the ground running in 2022, this one's for you. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned. Okay guys, welcome back again to A Cup of Energy. First of all, introduction. My name is Elizabeth Adeka, but you can call me Energy. If you want it complex, I'm a development communicator, I'm a writer, I'm a speaker, and a self-acclaimed cook. But if you want it simple, I live, I love, I laugh, and I always say it in good sentences. So, speaking about the skills you need to learn in 2022, I have said I was going to do this video from like 2 weeks back, but work and so many things kept me running, and hopefully I get to finish it today. Now, why do I want to talk about the skills you need to learn for 2022? It's simple. We live in a fast-paced world right now, and so you cannot afford to hold on to skills that are being phased out. Every single moment we wake up, the world is evolving. People are learning how to do things smarter, faster, more efficiently. And if you hold on to the archaic way you always do things, chances are that in 2022 you probably might not scale your earnings, or you might just place a glass ceiling over your head by yourself. For the sake of clarity, I have categorized the skills you need to learn in 2022 into 4 broad categories. So if you're ready, let's visit them. The first skill that you must learn is problem solving. Have you ever had a problem that refused to go away? No matter what you did, sooner or later it will return, perhaps in another form. Stubborn or recurrent problems are often symptoms of deeper issues. Problem-solving skills help you determine why an issue is happening and how to resolve that issue. If you have good problem-solving skills, organizations are looking for people like you that can dig down into the root of a problem and come up with solutions, tangible, sustainable, and replicable solutions. So if you find out that you often have issues trying to get to the root of a problem, trying to solve a problem that is recurrent, then you need to up your problem solving skills. The second skill that you should learn, in my opinion, in 2022 is self-management skills. Now, I'm going to dwell a bit on self-management because if you're familiar with this channel, you would know that one of our mantra here is you will only be of much value to others as you have been to yourself, right? The first way to provide value is to ensure that you become a person of value. If you're not valuable to yourself, you cannot give to your community, you cannot give to the next person beside you, you can't even impact your world. So self-management is your ability to manage your behaviors, your thoughts, your emotions in a conscious and productive way. If you have strong self-management skills, then it means that you know what to do and how to act in different situations. For instance, when you are angry, if you're somebody with a strong sense of self-management, chances are that you would contain that anger more than another person who doesn't have self-management, right? If you're someone who is familiar with self-management, you will know how to follow through on your goals and see it to the end. Self-management means that you understand your personal responsibility in different aspects of your life. Let's go over those aspects again. Your faith, your finances, your family which talks about your relationships, both romantic and non-romantic relationships, your fitness goals, and then your focus. So if you are somebody with a strong sense of self-management, it means that you know what to do to achieve responsibility in those areas that I have mentioned. The next one is tech use and development. It talks about your ability to evolve with current tech trends, learn and relearn, skill and reskill, innovate and improve and deploy both skills and tools for better outcomes and more efficiency. If you are someone who is familiar with remote work, for instance, like me, you know that there are tools that facilitate remote works, but those tools were, developed by people like you. So if you're a techie person, if you're somebody who is smart, who can, code and learn web development. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. So let's go to the last one. Working with people. Of course, you every single thing you're going to do until you leave this earth will probably be with people, except if you're a ghost or you're a spirit, right? At work, marriage, school, anywhere. The world is made of people, not just material things. And so if you don't know how to work with people, I know that on your CV, there's that place where you've always been writing, I'm a team player. Are you really a team player? So those are the 4 areas that you need to master in 2022. Can we go over them again? Working with people, tech use and development, self-management. Remember, it talks about your personal leadership, how you take charge of your life, your emotions, your behaviors, and then finally your problem-solving skills. So those are the 4 broad categories that anything you probably will learn in 2022 will fall under. Now, I have broken these 4 broad categories into smaller categories that you can focus on per time. Remember, I said what next is not about your 10-year plan, your 15-year plan. It's about knowing what to do next. So let's go to what you ought to do next. The first thing you need to learn is basic computer skills. You need to learn how to operate a computer. I'm even embarrassed talking about this right now, but because I love you, I'm going to go over it again. If you don't know how to operate a computer in this century that we are, sis, bros, you really need to go to, some computer schools and just learn the basics. Learn Microsoft Word, learn how to use Google Docs, learn how to use Excel. Excel is a bit on the hard side, but if you love challenges, you can pick that up. So learn basic computer skills. You cannot be in this century and all you know how to do is to press start or control. You don't know what control V is. The second skill you need to learn is web development. Now, web development is broken down into 3 separate parts. You can be a front-end developer or a back-end developer or a full-stack developer. Front-end and back-end developers often deal with both the client side and the customer side of every web interface that you see. Full-stack developers, however, are both front-end and back-end. I am not a developer, but if you are crazy about web development, then you should look into that, because one of the reasons why this particular area will boom a lot is people are struggling to gain visibility online. People are struggling to keep customers coming, and the people who are going to win in this game are people who have mastered the art of creating beautiful websites that are not hard to operate, to navigate. Websites. Have you ever visited a website and after 10 seconds you're like, you know what, this is not worth my mental stress? this is because something went wrong. You know, development or shortly after the next skill I'll be telling you to learn. So learn web development. Alright? Next thing you need to learn is UI UX design. Yes. So remember I said if you visit any website and you have issues trying to even understand what they want you to do in the first place in the website, something went wrong with their UI UX design. So every designer right now, whether graphics or web or tech, all those coders, I'm not a coder. If you're designing anything right now, you need to make it user friendly. You need to be simple. Stop giving us E is equal to MC squared. Like, we are too tired to even figure out your website. Do it in such a way that we don't have to crack our heads to know what you want us to do. So learn UI UX design. There's also an aspect of UI UX that is UI UX writing. I do UI UX writing. The fourth skill you need to learn is content creation. Now listen to me. I'm going to advocate for this one very strongly, not because I am a creator myself, but because there are only two ways you can communicate in this world, right? By words or by writing. So content creators use either one of these two. So if you decide to use words like I'm doing now, then it means that you have to master things like YouTube, like podcasting. By the way, if you have not considered podcasting, you should consider podcasting, and I will tell you why. Currently, there are about 600 million blogs, I think, as at the last time I checked, online. Now, when you look at podcasting, that number is smaller because that space is yet to be saturated. We can safely say that the blogging space is a bit saturated, but because podcasting is harder, people are yet to fill up that space. So you may want to get your feet in the door before we all decide to jump on that train. So if you're considering being a content creator in 2022, learn WordPress. Please learn WordPress. Somebody just got a job 2 weeks ago with me because she knows how to operate WordPress. She's been doing it for like 5 years. So learn WordPress, learn copywriting, learn SEO, learn YouTube, learn podcasting. Please learn how to podcast. Get yourself a YouTube channel. The fifth thing that you must learn in 2022, please don't take this one for granted. Everything blockchain. I know you don't like that whole crypto talk. It's too complex for you. But really, you have to put your head down and learn it. I had to this year. It was crazy, it was hard, it was mad. But man, I learned it at the end of the day. Learn about blockchain, everything blockchain, decentralized financing, ICOs, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, the entire blockchain tech. Currently, crypto writers are some of the highest paid writers in the world. So if you learn it, you are about to tap into the current gold mine of the world. The sixth thing you must learn is leadership. Yes, both corporate and personal leadership. Look out for opportunities to mentor young people, to volunteer, to speak about things that matter to you online and lead. Be a thought leader. Don't always take the back seat. You're always waiting for people to supply the thoughts, the mindsets that rule you. No. Go out there and inspire people, motivate people, encourage people. The world is desperate. The world is looking for hope, and hope is a commodity that you can sell. So back to remote work. I'm excited because this one is an area I'm familiar with. I've been working from home for the past 5 years. COVID taught us that we can sit from anywhere in the world and get things done. And so believe me, if you're still of that mentality that you have to get an office job is good, okay? If your job demands that you stay in an office and get things done, but you can be in your room from anywhere in the world and be working for an organization across the sea, 200 to 8,000 miles from you. Like, you can literally do that if you know how to get remote jobs. But before you know how to get remote jobs, you have to understand the inner workings of remote collaboration and communication. Recently, I was speaking to someone, a dear friend, and I was telling him to familiarize himself with the tools for remote work, tools like Slack, tools like Trello. Standard organizations don't say hi on WhatsApp when you begin to work for them. They use stuff like Slack and Trello. So go check out Slack and Trello, familiarize yourself with this, so that when next you're applying for that remote role, when they say, so how do you intend to keep in touch with us? You'd be like, oh, I'm familiar with Slack and Trello, and I can keep up with the teams and my own team on Slack and Trello. I'm pretty sure that would impress them. So, are you promising me that you'll get a remote job next year? Hopefully you will. The next skill you should learn, before I forget, remote work, you need to learn how to manage your time too, okay? So let's go to the 8th skill that you may want to learn in 2022, data science and analysis. I'm not really going to dwell on this one because I hate math. But this one is for the smart ones. I stopped to catch my breath. So the 9th skill that you must learn is digital skills. Some of the things I have mentioned actually fall under digital skills, but this one I'm solely going to dwell on digital skills as per digital marketing, pay-per-click marketing, pay-per-click advertising, SEO marketing, email marketing, social media marketing and management. Please learn these things. Try as much as possible to get a Google Digital Skills for Africa certificate in January. If you don't do anything for yourself, please do that, and then get Facebook Blueprint in January. Try as much as you can to take these courses. They are free. I'm going to drop the links for the courses I have mentioned in the comment box for you. Then personal finance. Savings, investments, and selling. You must learn these things. See, there are no two ways about it. A mentor once said to me, money comes when you sell and goes when you buy and grows when you invest. So you need to learn how to invest money. You need to learn how to save. You need to learn what to sell. If you are not selling, you are on the wrong side of life. Find something to master and then package it as a value and sell. Learn how to read your finances annually. If you don't know how to do anything at all, please use the self-service section of your preferred bank app. Get your bank statement for the year. Look at what you started the year with in January. Look at what you're ending the year with in December. Look at how much debit and credit difference you have. Yes, so if you are a regular on A Cup of Energy, you will know that another thing that we see here is, in the beginning, God. And this is where I will probably stop for today. Spirituality. Life is spiritual. If you're an African, I don't need to tell you. I don't need to tell you about village people. I don't need to tell you about the dreams you've been having. Life is spiritual. So if you can take your spirituality serious, it is a skill. It is not only a skill, it is a life skill. It is something that you must master. If you are a man, you're automatically in a battle. You already know that. If you're a believer, it's even worse for you because you have already declared a stand against you know who. So from purpose to faith to fulfillment to beliefs, if you can do that for yourself and then help people come into the light, if you can help people see the light, like we often say back where I schooled, then you should take into consideration your spirituality in 2022. 2. So this is where we'll stop. Did you enjoy this particular episode of A Cup of Energy? If I helped you, please leave a comment in the comment section, and tell me which skill you will be learning. If you need help with resources in that area, you can reach out to me. I will drop the link as to how we can communicate, and then we'll see how we'll be together in 2022. This is A Cup of Energy. My name still remains Elizabeth Adeka. I love you, and compliments of the season.